One of the reasons why we do Tag Back, the show where every week we take a look at another blaster from the past to see what it could offer us today in the present, is to show you something you might not have known even existed. How many people knew about the Power Strike 48? Wasn't too much content about it on YouTube, and had I known about that thing, I would have owned Dart Wars on a stick. Unfortunately, we can't turn back the hands of time, but what we can do is show you something else that's kind of unique that there's not a whole lot of information out there on, and I had never seen it before till today. With the BuzzBee RADS 12, or Rapid Advanced Dart System, I believe is what that acronym stands for. Not that you can see anything because of that lovely Goodwill sticker right there where I paid the princely sum of $4 American, which may be overpaying because when I picked this thing up at the Goodwill, when I was with Potatoes on his grand going down to Portland and hitting like 12 Goodwills, I thought it was a shotgun pistol. Look at that thing, can you blame me? It looks like a shotgun pistol. And it's got this crazy weird action on it. So I was pretty happy to pay the $4, and of course it wasn't something I had before, so I figured I could do a video on it. Maybe not a lot of people have seen it, and well, it wasn't a shotgun pistol. It doesn't look like too many people know what it is, but it's not a shotgun pistol. Please, BuzzBee, if I have one request, remake this thing as a shotgun. It's kind of like the quad shot or whatever it is, the triple shot from Leonard, kind of like that but in pistol form. Maybe put like a bar that goes down here, make it a little more streamlined, that would be kind of cool. But yeah, unfortunately it's a single shot, 12 dart, not too shabby, with this weird action on it. How do you think that works? Well, it kind of looks like a Luger action, and sure enough it kind of functions in the same way. You pull this kind of back and up, and I use my thumb right here to brace that, and then it slams back and it's ready to fire, and then of course it also rotates the turret when you do that. And interesting enough, if I grab a dart here, the turrets, they're a little more than meets the eye. For example, you know, I have it kind of like this, and let's just rotate it, kind of spins around. You're expecting that. However, when I put it back in the top position, oh snap, let's do it a couple more times. It's in a different position. Now if I do it one more time, obviously, the dart is in the top barrel, and it will probably fire. I can't even get it out. There we go. That's a problem. Why? Because it has the same turrets as the Tech 3. All is not lost. The little bit of research I've done on this thing, I came across a video of Psych from 5 years ago, and he decided to rebarrel one of these things with this stuff right here. PETG, or affectionately known as PETG, which is a pretty good barrel replacement. Not the best, but with something like this where it just doesn't have enough power to use something like brass or really tight CPVC, it's not a bad option. And he kind of doubled his ranges using that with a stock spring and seal, so logic's telling me if I did kind of the same thing, replace the spring with like a 7 kg Orange Modwork spring for a Retaliator, if that fits, well, I might get a lot better function out of this. And trust me, if I can get this thing up to, I don't know, like 85 FPS tops, if I can get it to that mark, yeah, I would be pretty happy. I would use this in pretty much any war because nobody really knows what this is. I've never seen it. Maybe everybody knows what it is and I've just never seen it, but I didn't know this thing existed. Potatoes had never seen it before, and he's been through a lot of thrift stores, so it's kind of an oddball. And using something like that to your advantage, if you bring a blaster to a war that nobody knows what it is, chances are it's going to be a great benefit to you. Especially, that's like one of the reasons why people like sleeper mods, where you make a blaster look stock but you do something completely different with it. That's really effective at playing mind games. You know, you're just like, oh no, you'll see what it do. And then, sure enough, you completely destroy somebody with it. I'm really hoping I can get this to that point, because while it's kind of huge, in fact, if I hold this 25 round drum up here, you will notice that the circumference like that, you know, pretend that's facing you, well, it's about the same as the RADS 12 here. So it's pretty big, but it's not, it's not too big. It can be holstered. It doesn't have much of a sling option, but I mean, it can be done. And to have something like this and 12 darts, that's not too shabby at all. And I really wish that this was a shotgun pistol. It's not, and I'm really sad about that. But if you can get it pretty good, it can be fun. I mean, not every blaster, as I've said in the past, is going to be amazing in terms of fire rate or distance or capacity. Sometimes a blaster isn't going to be all the good at any of those, but if it works, and you shouldn't be afraid to tinker with it. And in this case, I think we'll probably see another video on the RADS 12. Another thing I'm kind of throwing around, and this is kind of off the wall here, but what if I were to take 4 of these Rebel Messenger turrets, which are magical and seem to increase the velocity of anything you put it in, because if you hadn't already known, the Rebel Messenger hits like 85 FPS out of the box. It's pretty crazy. This is one of the best pistols you could possibly use for nerf, and that's, again, stock. If I were to put 4 of these turrets in there and shove it on there, I mean, it would fit. That might work. With a smart AR system, I'm not entirely sure because I don't think I want to sacrifice I think I only have like 6 Rebel Messengers, and I'm not sure if I want to kill all of them for one project, or most of them, but it's cool. It has its uses. I don't really know what else more to say about it. I will point out that because this green plastic, you see on there, that will obviously come off the blaster. It's a different, part of the shell. Well, this could be really cool painted as well, so I'm throwing around some ideas. I really want to make this thing work because, again, I've never seen one before. So let me know down in the comments section if you have any crazy ideas to mod this thing, and then, of course, if you've ever seen one before or if it's completely brand new to you. I would love to see if that is the fact, or if just everybody knew about this thing and I'm just an idiot, which is always possible, of course. And then if you like this kind of blaster, then go ahead and hit the like button. If you dislike this blaster, you can hit the dislike button as well for whatever reason. I mean, it's not a Strife with rhinos and a 2S LiPo in it. It's garbage. That's a lot of comments I get, trust me. Anyway, I'm going off on a little tangent here, but thank you so much for watching this video. I am Walcom S7, and of course I hope to see you in an entirely different one.